because they thought it looked cool, but you know better.
Move in more.
It does look cool.
It looks cool to put tobacco in your lip. That's disgusting.
I don't put it in my lip.
You just smoke it.
Yeah, that's just
That's
normal
horrible
tobacco.
too.
It's not as bad as chewing tobacco. That's worse.
I don't think it's.
Ask Mo Vaughn.
Oh no, who
Does he have
was
lip
it?
cancer?
Was it Kirby Puckett?
Ask Kirby Puckett, I mean.
He's dead.
No, it was Tony
Yeah.
Gwynn. It was
Ask
Tony,
Tony
Gwynn,
Gwynn.
who had to
There
have
we go.
a chunk of his jaw removed.
And then he
'cause of-
kept doing it, and now he's dead.
Yeah, he had jaw cancer. Kurt Schilling had throat cancer from dipping.
Mm-hmm.
When I heard Uncle David had cancer, the very first thing I thought was it's from that he's been dipping for like 30 years.
Oh, yeah. Did he still do it when you were there?
I think so. Yeah. Well, maybe not.
How much interaction with him did you really have?
I mean, I would see him multiple times a week. He would always say hi to me in the lunchroom.
Oh, isn't that
Hopefully.
nice? So does the lunch lady.
Yeah.
But from across the lunchroom, he'd say, "Dee, come here."
That's nice. I
So
guess.
the secret didn't stay secret for long.
Well, you said it didn't say secret when you first walked in there.
Well, but my coworkers didn't
you
know.
have
Just because
to-
my boss knew didn't mean my coworkers
You
knew.
have the same last name.
Well, people.
No, he looked like him. That's what he said.
Well,
Yeah, that
He
Yeah,
said as soon as he turned around, they went,
because that lunch lady who'd been there forever said, "Are you Dave's son?" She had one of those really raspy Smoker, New Jersey voices. "Are you Dave's son?" She sounded like this. Her name was Rachel. She always remembered what I like on my sandwich.
Which was what?
Turkey and pepper jack.
It's pretty easy to
did
remember.
you say, no, I'm better looking?
Yeah.
That's what you always have to say. Whenever someone says, "Oh, you look like your dad," I'm like, "I hope not too much." That's not what I want.
But then that one time, so both my uncle's sons are bigger guys. And my aunt said to me one night, she said, "You know, you really have the body type more like my boys more than your dad. He's got a really slender body type, but you're built a little more like my boys." And I was just like, "Fuck you too." You fucking
Hey, you're fat.
And you're like, I'm laying off the cheese whiz, right?
Yeah,
No
come
more cheese
on.
whiz on your sandwich.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought Aaron was thinner, though.
No.
Oh.
Aaron's a big boy.
Not like Sam, though, right?
Sam's shorter. Well, I don't know. They're both kind of short, but
They are?
I mean, they're how tall is Papa? How tall is David? Joanne's kind of tall.
Is she taller than him? I don't know.
I think so. He's like 5'6".
Yeah,
No,
he's pretty short when I remember meeting him at the game.
He's
he's got to be taller than that.
he's not taller than Papa.
It pops 5'6". Yeah,
He's like 5'7".
Oh, really? I don't know. I always thought he was taller. Maybe just because he was bigger.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the illusion.
It is the illusion.
That usually makes people look shorter, though.
Yeah. Well, except if you have somebody really tiny, like his father, and then you
Yeah.
have a big guy,
Yeah.
he looks bigger, I guess. That's dumb. That's dumb to talk about anyway.
What you doing?
Increasing the gain on mic 3.
Why?
Because you're far away from the microphone.
I don't have anything to say.
Well, you keep saying stuff.
You do say stuff.
I'm sorry. I shouldn't.
Why not? You don't
Well,
want
because.
to embarrass yourself in front of like the 0 people that
Yeah,
are
the
gonna
0
watch?
people that are ever watching this? No. You know what I was going to wear to your birthday, Nate? Except I had to be at work. But so we went out to lunch for his birthday. You know, he loves him some biscuits.
Fancy pizza.
Biscuits and gravy.
Mm-hmm.
So we went to a Serious Biscuit down in
I've heard
downtown.
of that place.
So we went to a Serious Biscuit. And came from work. But I have that shirt that Uncle Kim made of you in T-ball.
Oh God.
I was going to wear.
You
Wouldn't that
should
be
have.
adorable? I know. I'll wear it on here sometime.
Yes, do it.
Yeah. I think I'm
It's a
going to.
T-ball picture?
Yeah.
What team?
just Kirkland.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah,
I was
it
on-
wasn't a team. I think
It
it
was
just
just
said,
Boys
yeah.
and Girls Club,
You know, it was back when they wear the
where it's like your Boys and Girls Club red, your Boys and Girls Club
Lando
blue.
Frost.
I
the
think I
Lando
always had a
Frost.
team. I think I was on the Bobcats.
Well, you would make up a team
Yeah.
name, but your shirt still just
It
said.
just said Lando
Mine said
Frost or
Bobcats.
something. You think it did?
Yeah, I
I
remember.
think he's convinced himself.
It was
that
a
he did.
3/4 sleeve, and the sleeves were green.
Let's talk
Me, Max,
about
and Andy were all on the same team.
No.
let's talk about participation trophies, because that gets a lot of flack in the news today. They say, "Oh, these kids are soft because they all get participation trophies." First of all, when we were playing youth sports 20 goddamn years ago, there was participation trophies. So this is definitely not a new phenomenon. Second of all, the trophies are not for the player. The trophies are for the mom. The mom is the one who organizes
Yeah.
buying the trophies, who buys the trophies, and that's who keeps it in the basement for 25
The kid
years.
doesn't give a shit.
The kid does not give a shit about his trophy. Does
I
not.
never
So
kept
what am I
any of my
supposed to do with
trophies.
that trunk of trophies that's in there?
Do you really still have a trunk of trophies in there?
Yes.
Did you think I wanted you to keep them?
Yes.
Melt them down.
you think that it's really important to me to remember that we came in second place in AA in Kirkland National on the Cubs?
Well,
Clearly
look at-
you- clearly you remember it.
So that's what I was going to say. You remember exactly what
Apparently
happened.
it is
That's
a
why I
big
don't.
deal.
That's why I don't need the trophy.
Apparently, it's a huge deal
because I
for
can
you.
remember it.
And all the baseballs that your coaches signed and stuff.
My coaches were all assholes.
Yeah, it's usually some
I
kid's
had
dad.
I had Dave Soderman, Eric Kerbach, Dennis Barlow, and then Pop and Carl.
Carl got thrown out of the ballpark one time.
Really?
Yeah.
We went 0-25 that year, but the only good coach I ever had in my whole baseball career was
no.
in juniors when Mike Myers was the coach of the Grizzlies. Mm-hmm. He was hilarious, and since Ian he was Ian's stepdad,
Yeah.
so he didn't really care
He'd like make fun of you and all
yeah,
that.
he would make
For being
fun-
slow.
Yeah.
Cement shoes.
Didn't you have a kid with a limp or a
Yeah,
bad leg
there was
or
one
something?
kid that had like a prosthetic foot.
Oh yeah.
John Davis.
Oh yeah.
Remember that kid?
That wasn't in juniors though. Was
Not
it?
on the Grizzlies.
No. That
Okay, I
was that
gonna
was
say.
in like AAA.
Yeah.
That's weird.
Yeah.
He was okay.
Good for him.
Yeah, he could hit. He was just
Yeah.
slow.
I'm sure he is better than a lot of kids that played.
No, he was like the Daniel Vogelbach of their team. You know,
Nice.
where you've got to hit it way out in the outfield so you can make it to first base.
Yeah.
You know,
It was just like from the ankle down, so it wasn't like a whole prosthetic
it wasn't
leg.
a whole leg. It was just a
Just had a weird kind of limp run to it.
Yeah.
yeah. Well, kind of flat-footed
Yeah.
or something.
Daniel Vogelbach's been pretty good this year. I'm glad.
See, my mom will talk Mariners with you because she keeps up with all that.
No,
Well, you work there, so that makes sense.
I kind of have to.
Yeah.
But no, I mean, you know, if I'm not working there, I did watch the game yesterday, but I generally
I haven't been
don't.
watching. I always just read the papers, but I haven't been watching any games.
Well,
it's not worth it.
Daniel Vogelbach, yeah, is like the Edgar of his
Oh
day.
man, that one he hit where no one sits up in the 300 level.
Yeah, and then they
right?
put a little shrine around it with police tape.
Oh God.
As I was at the game, me
like
and Paul were at the game.
the red seat at Fenway where Ted
Yeah.
Williams hit a ball.
Yeah.
Me and Paul were at the game last year where he hit it into the Hit It Here cafe, and that was the farthest home run I've ever seen in person.
He hit it off, because it was off the glass, the middle of the glass of the Hit It Here cafe.
But then now he hit it up in the third deck.
Now
so.
he hit it up there, so no.
How do you beat that? Hit it up on the roof where
because
we
Nelson
hang out
Cruz hit it out of the park
in BP.
in BP. But
Well, the home run that Mark McGuire hit off Randy Johnson was, that would have been out of Safeco for sure.
well, they said it wasn't
Yeah,
the farthest.
oh,
They named,
definitely.
other people.
Well,
apparently.
that's the thing with
You got a guy who throws
Vogelbach's one that he
104
hit in the
versus a guy-
300. That was MLB's. All their Statcast stuff was down at the moment. So there's no distance, no exit velocity.
Oh, really?
Nothing.
Oh, that is hilarious.
That sucks. I wish I could know. Just
No, and I was also there.
fast was that
I was
going?
also at the park. Then now pitching for the Mariners, second baseman. And we're like, I was like, what?
boy. Nice. That's always fun though. I
What?
liked when Ichiro used to get to pitch every now and then.
When did Ichiro get to pitch?
I think he did a couple times.
I don't remember him
Yeah,
pitching
he
for
did
the
a couple
Mariners.
When
times.
you're
Yeah.
the Mariners and you lose 100 games a year,
Yeah.
eventually you're going to put Ichiro in when you're losing 13-0 in the sixth.
I guess so.
Yeah, it was some score like that.
Yeah.
And then
He
I
only
was
did it
like,
a couple
what?
times, but he's got a.
Look, you were leaning
got a
out of the
couple
frame.
stuff.
Look at yourself in there.
He's got a. She can't see
I
that.
can't see that.
He's got a little bit of stuff. Not really surprising. He seems like a guy that's good at everything.
Usually, don't you find that major league players were always pitchers in Little League? They
Yeah,
always
that's
were.
true. And you always try to develop some kind of other pitch when you're a kid, even though you don't know what you're doing. But did you see, who was it? Max Scherzer bunting the ball off of his own face. He broke his nose and he has a black eye, but he still pitched. He had the very next day was his start. He was just
Why was
messing
he at-
around and he was holding the bat up like this.
Why was he
And
at
it just
bat? Was
hit-
it just in practice?
BP. They were practicing bunting and he wasn't taking it serious. And he was holding the bat kind of up like this. And it hit right perfectly off and just straight into his face.
You know they all cracked up.
Oh, yeah. And he still made his start, so
Oh, they're
I'm
gonna-
sure he did okay.
I mean,
I'm
he's
sure-
laying on the floor bleeding and black eye, and
yeah.
you know they were laughing.
Oh, yeah. Never let him
I'm
live
sure
it
they'll
down.
be laughing about that for years.
Mm-hmm.
The guys on his team, when they're old men, they'll
Gotta
say,
figure
"Oh,
out something to
I
laugh about."
remember."
It's not a very good team.
You know, Max Scherzer, hey.
But then Bryce Harper's not. It's not like if they would have kept him, they would be a good team this year. He's not doing very well either. I
It's
don't
the
think.
Mariners.
Bryce Harper didn't do very well last year.
The Mariners' strategy is if you set any kind of record or just even hit a home run in consecutive games, then you're traded.
Yeah.
That's pretty much what they're.
They're going to have to trade a bunch of people. We got so many outfielders in the minor leagues that are doing really, really good. But we also got current outfielders that are also doing good. Malik
Chase-
Smith is doing good. He started bad, but he's in like 290 now. And he had like a 14-game hit streak or something. Santana's doing pretty good hitting. And Mitch Haniger broke his testicle or whatever. So. I think he fouled
Wait a
it into
minute.
his own
Fir-
balls.
First,
I don't even know how that works.
First, he gets hit in the face with a pitch.
He did?
Right?
Oh, wait, that was
Well,
last
a couple,
year?
Yeah, last
Yeah.
year, so he's off. Yeah.
And
No,
now he fouled it into his own nut. Just wear a cup.
Why wouldn't you?
Adrian Beltre didn't wear a cup and one time took a one-hopper straight to, and he said that it swelled up to the size of a grapefruit. And then he still didn't wear a cup after that.
I just can't
I mean, the
imagine
odds-
what.
the
Well,
odds are
especially
really
you're
slim.
standing up at the
Well,
plate.
if
They're
you-
pitching 100 miles an hour at you.
Yeah.
If you're an outfielder, I guess I get it. But if you're playing third base, then
Third base,
but it
maybe
doesn't
second or
matter.
short you'd be able to get it to, but first or third.
well, the ball can take weird hops off the dirt, you know.
But he's standing at the plate. He's got a big full face guard here so he doesn't get hit in the face, but he
Yeah.
doesn't care. Well, that doesn't seem right. It just
I
doesn't.
feel like you could just. There's got to be some new technology where you don't have to wear the big goofy cup anymore. There's got to be something smaller, easier to wear. Because I guess cups, they're pretty uncomfortable.
Well, he's been wearing it for 20 years for
Maybe you never wore it in.
Little
They
League.
used to
Oh,
do
you
the
got
cup.
to.
They used to do the cup check. Boom.
Yep, cup check. And don't all kids do that the first couple of years? They wear a cup.
Yeah.
Yep.
Of course. It's
Is
fun.
that's not true? That is true.
well, there's a lot of crotch grabbing in baseball.
Butt slapping and crotch grabbing.
Yeah,
That's baseball.
Well,
Yeah.
at least it's not softball.
all the cheering. Oh God.
I don't know. They need to find some middle ground because baseball players don't have any fun at all in the MLB.
No.
But then, like
They stand there
the college
spitting.
World Series, they're all like not the like softball. The chanting's annoying, but
Yeah.
college World Series, they're all bat flipping and jumping around and having fun.
Are they? That's the epitome of white baseball.
But
Because
Bat flipping?
it's always the Latin guys who want to like
college,
show it
they're-
up.
college, they're having fun. There was a lot of white players too.
I mean, it's
But then
college
you get
baseball is like
there,
all white
and now
players.
you don't get to have any fun when you get to the MLB because you got Madison Bumgarner going crazy.
He'll throw a baseball at your head.
Because someone hit a home run and didn't even really look at it that long the other day, and he said to him like, "Oh, you just run. You don't look at it." And the guy was like, "Well, if you don't want me to look at it, you can go grab it out of the bay because it was in San Francisco and he hit it out there. And then he took his time getting around. But he's so annoying. Bumgarner, I don't really like him that much. He's really good, but he's such an
I
asshole.
don't know why people have such a hard time with them doing a little showboating.
Yeah.
Because the best player is going to even hit the ball only 30% of the time.
Yeah.
How many home runs out of that? It's very few, really.
If you don't want him to celebrate, just don't let him hit a home run. It's pretty simple.
That's pretty simple.
And someone's going to hit a home run off you. No one's going to go through a whole season without giving up a home run. If someone wants to admire it, so what? I mean, especially Bumgarner, you do well more often than you do bad. So if someone hits a home run off you, let him enjoy it. Who cares? Because he's the same guy that if he strikes you out and it's in a clutch situation, he'll pump his fist and scream. It's not like the batter freaks out at him for that.
Chase him down with a bat.
Yeah. It's just stupid.
Should happen.
Baseball
sometime.
is just stupid.
Pitchers need to be put in check. That's what needs to happen.
Let
Don't
people
you think?
celebrate. It really is just pitchers.
It is. It was, you guy in first
'Cause they
base
don't- 'cause
could
they
give a
don't-
shit less.
They don't get to hit home runs.
Yeah.
But they hit-
Bumgarner does, though, and they brought that
Yeah, he
up
does.
when he was talking to that guy. They brought up a clip of one of his home runs on SportsCenter, and he cranks it, and then he sits there and watches it for longer than the guy
I've seen him
watched
do
his.
that.
But players don't get to bean people in the head with the ball either.
Well, if you really have a problem with it, then just be like Odor and just punch the guy in the face the next season. It's pretty simple.
Wait till next season. Punch him in the face.
Yeah, that was,
The Rougned Odor
that was like the
plan.
coolest thing I've ever seen on a baseball diamond.
Except a horse as monetary compensation. Did you hear about that?
I didn't see Rougned Odor hit somebody in the face either.
That was
He
that
punched
was,
Joey Batista in the
Joey
face.
Batista, because he hit that home run in 2014, and he
Oh,
punched him
geez.
in 2015.
Oh, okay.
It was
He
a good,
also
it was a
did
good punch.
like he slid into second weird, like he tried to take him out on
Yeah.
a double play. So then he popped up and he punched him right square in the jaw. It was so cool. I loved it. But I hate him, so.
Baseball's not a contact sport. That shouldn't
But if
happen.
there was
that
more,
shouldn't happen.
if there was more fighting, you always said baseball is not a non-contact sport.
Well, it's not non-contact. It's limited
Mm-hmm.
because you see those guys sliding into bases like you're saying.
Well, those slides are illegal now.
Well,
So is running down the catcher.
Well,
unless
there are
But
certain there are
there's some
certain
weird
circumstances
circumstance.
that it's okay.
But they outlawed that when Buster Posey got annihilated
Yeah,
like
when-
5 years ago and
when-
tore everything in his
Yeah.
leg or whatever.
He was out for like a year.
but then they just slide in and say, it's an accident.
I mean, it's kind of a weird fine line because if the catcher's standing there with the ball and you're caught dead,
yeah, you're
and you
just
think
gonna
I
do
should,
it.
I gotta try and run him down to make him drop the ball. Just turn into a linebacker and
Why
just
not?
hit him as hard as you can. You have to, especially if it's the playoffs or something.
you have to.
Well, what if you play for Boston or something
Then go.
or Philly?
then
And
don't
you don't do that,
and then
you're
don't
gonna
go
get,
out to dinner afterwards because you're gonna get beat
if
up
you
in
do
a
that
back
in one
alley.
of those two cities, you're getting beat up. Especially
They
Philly.
threw snowballs at Santa.
They booed and threw snowballs at Santa.
He's
But-
booed Santa Claus.
Now the Giants fans did the same thing the other day. There's the guy
They booed Daniel
the
Jones.
guy that Dave drafted, Daniel Jones, and he got a bunch of flack for it because he drafted him sixth.
Daniel Jones got booed at the
The
Yankees
guy hasn't
game.
even played.
and sitting
And they
here,
said,
Daniel
he was
Jones.
Daniel Jones. And the Yankees fans booed him. He hasn't even played. It's not his fault he got
Well,
drafted
I mean-
sixth.
It's Yankee Stadium. Did you expect him to be classy?
You went? Did you go?
I did go to Yankee Stadium for a
He bought a
play,
Yankees hat.
for a playoff game because I didn't want to get beat up.
Just don't wear a hat.
He
I will
had
never.
he had Yankees all decked out
Oh,
when
I
he was
bet.
a kid.
Ugh.
Before I knew that it was wrong,
He had like
because
a
you did-
Yankees mock turtleneck.
because you didn't tell me that it was wrong.
Yeah. If I went to a Yankees game at Yankee Stadium, I'd just wear like a white T-shirt. Just I don't know,
nothing.
just a white T-shirt.
You're
Then
not
I
gonna
won't
wear
get
your
beat
Mariner
up,
gear?
but If I have to cheer for a Yankee, I will, but I'm
You
not
know
gonna
what? You should
cheer.
wear your
I'm not
Mariner
gonna
gear
like.
because what business did they have coming into our stadium acting like it's Yankee Stadium?
Well, those people
We're
are
too
really
nice.
from Bellevue.
I know,
they're
but
not.
why do they think they're Yankees?
Those
fans?
aren't New Yorkers.
We're
Those
too nice, and if you yell at the Bellevue Yankee fans, then they just report you to the ushers.
I know, and then you're
Awful.
going to get thrown out. I know. Well,
Every
you do.
time.
You do.
That's why I don't go to Yankees games or Red
Because-
Sox
yeah.
games or Blue Jays games.
Because
Three
if
teams.
anyone is interfering with your enjoyment of the game, that's how the little sentence goes.
And I'm passionate about the Mariners, and I'm always drunk at games.
Well, you would always say
So-
that to people ladies who would lean over and say, can you tell your children to stop cheering?
Yeah.
And you
Stop
would say,
cheering?
and you would say, it's a baseball game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As long as they're not using profanity, and I tell people that all the time because there's some loud people.
Yeah.
But I tell people that all the time because they're shouting, "Oh, you suck!" You know.
Yeah.
As long as they're not using profanity,
Yeah.
you can do
You're,
it.
you're allowed to yell at a baseball game.
You are allowed to yell.
See,
Well,
that's,
you're supposed
but
to.
that's the fun part is being as creative as you can with the insults without being profane.
Yeah.
You're just stupid.
What do you mean
The stuff
I'm
you say is stupid.
Like
That is
what?
pretty stupid.
The stuff you say is stupid.
It's funny.
No, it's not.
Like,
You're like Garcia Parra. Your mother has curly hair. Like, what are you
No,
talking?
I said that Dustin Pedroia needs water wings in the pool.
And what they needs to stand on a stool to brush his teeth.
Yeah.
That's so stupid.
That he
It
needs.
is.
that
It's
he
very
need-
clever. But
He
it's
needs-
Well,
not,
clever. It's like it makes no sense.
he's a
People
short little man. He's a short little man.
Doesn't
He's probably like 6'2", by the way.
Dustin Pedroia, no way. He's probably like 5'8". Baseball players can be small.
See, even like remember on the Aqua Sox that Austin Grayson or something.
Oh yeah,
that kid
the
who
tiny guy.
in his baseball
He had
portrait,
a home run?
It looked like he was wearing his dad's uniform. He looked like a 10-year-old in his dad's baseball uniform.
He really did.
But when I was down in person with him, he was like 6 foot even.
He had a couple home runs.
He did. He
Surprising.
barely squeaked one over the
He
wall.
was
I
just the
remember.
lankiest little guy too.
I'm going to the Aqua Sox on Monday with
Nice.
the Mariners
At Funco Field.
at Funko Field.
Oh, that's what it's called now.
Yeah.
Cool. We
I
went
like
to.
Funko.
I went to a game
You're going to the Aqua Sox what day?
Monday
Why don't you guys
last
go on a
year.
Thursday? That's when all the drink specials are.
because it's when because the Mariners are back in town.
Yeah. I think
fine.
I've
I'll
been
go to
seeing
the-
in the
I'll
paper
go to the
that the
Aqua Sox
Aqua
game
Sox are
with you.
getting
On Monday,
smashed.
Monday the 24th.
I probably have to work out. Well, who knows?
Who knows?
Who knows?
I should probably know.
On
but
a
I
Monday?
Yeah.
Aren't your playoffs done?
No, and SP puts me in for like every day.
Oh. Did you check for Monday?
The 24th?
Yeah.
I'm working.
Well, hell with you. You're not going there. Is it a night game? You're not working tonight.
All the Aquas. No, tonight's one of my rare nights off.
don't. Not all the Aqua Sox. games
There was
are
like
night
2-day
games.
games
No,
the whole
Monday.
time I worked there. 2 or 3.
Monday is
Just they only do like 1 or 2 a season.
Yeah, as long as the games don't go into extras, it wasn't that bad working there either.
Remember that one time it went 15 or 16 innings?
I left because I had to work the next day at 7. So I was like, "Hey, by the way, I'm leaving. I'll leave it framed on home plate, and I am leaving."
That was miserable.
I remember going to a game and you and Stu were there and it was like freezing cold and raining. You were on the roof.
Yeah,
You were on the roof with like a hood on.
I was.
Nate was inside the
yeah,
box.
Stu was on the roof, and I was just sitting in the right next to first base.
Wherever you were. It was just
Ugh.
horrible. It was just horrible.
There was a couple games where it did start raining like crazy,
Yeah.
and it's just like, all right, pack up everything as fast as you can, or
It
just
was-
cover the camera and leave.
It
Because
was-
I guess we just did do that actually. Cover the camera, leave, wait for the
Yeah,
rain.
turn
delay.
the big bucket of cables upside down so it doesn't fill with water
Yeah,
While you were sitting inside.
while I was comfortably sitting
I
inside.
was pretty
Sitting
done with
saying,
that
hey,
job when
aren't
we
you
were,
Eric
we were
Wedge?
done with it.
Yeah.
Oh God, Eric. Wedge.
Yeah.
That's right. He was there for whatever the other team.
The Blue Jays, I believe.
I don't know. It's better than soccer. That's all I can say. It's better than hockey.
I'll get into hockey once we get a team. I'll try it
Will you?
out. Yeah, why not?
I don't know.
I don't really know shit about hockey, but I'll
Exactly.
try it out.
And,
What do you,
and
what do you,
where's the
what do you
damn
have
puck?
to know about hockey?
And
You
where's the damn puck?
I like to know the rules.
get
of,
get
sport.
the
what's
get the puck into the
icing?
goal?
No, when the icing and offsides and
Yeah, I need to know
and-
the fine rules.
It's not that hard. It's
I'm not
What
saying
is-
it's gonna be hard, but I need to figure it out.
I do know what icing is, but
you know what offsides is too.
well, yes, but
I need to know what line is for offsides. I don't know.
The blue line.
There's probably plenty of blue lines on a hockey
have you ever
rink.
driven a Zamboni?
No. Why do Zambonis have headlights?
Maybe they're used for other in case you're doing
Outdoor hockey.
outdoor hockey.
Outdoor nighttime unlit hockey.
Yes. Well,
Yes. Well,
know,
maybe it's
but
used for daytime and there's no lights, but you Zamboni at
or
night.
you're in the backwoods of Canada and you're doing the ice.
Pond
and
hockey. Pond hockey, bro.
yeah.
Ponds
Where's
don't
that
have
outdoor
lights,
classic?
bro.
In Purdue, in Indiana, or something. So it's probably trees all around it.
People also don't drive Zambonis over frozen lakes. That's probably a recipe for disaster.
If it's really frozen, yeah.
I think they could. You don't know everything about the Zamboni, but here you go again saying you do.
Actually, you don't know anything about a Zamboni. Do you even know? Do they have headlights?
Yes, they absolutely do.
Every single one.
I've
He's
been
gonna say
noticing this
Yeah,
for
he
years.
doesn't know. You're not
When's the
quite
last
sure.
time you were even at a hockey
I'm
game?
pulling up a picture of a Zamboni right now.
When was the last time you were even at a hockey game?
Yeah. When you
I know when it
refereed
was.
One,
No, we went for something. Well, I think his father thought that would be a fine birthday gift for me, and I think I got hockey tickets, and it was for I forget.
Standard
What
issue Zamboni. There's the headlights right there.
Well, they have to drive in and out of the tunnels, or down the. There's a myriad of reasons they could have headlights.
I don't think so.
They're using the bodies of another vehicle.
What other vehicle looks like that? A Zamboni.
it's made by a guy named Frank Zamboni. What do you know? That sounds like something I made up, but it's true. Why do Zamboni machines have headlights? Machines may be required to travel over the road at night, and many have to leave the arena to dump the snow collection
Oh, right. Well,
tank.
excuse me. You should do research before you're hating on something like that.
Have you ever seen a Zamboni driving down the road?
I have not, but many times
Sam
they have to.
Sam has lived his whole life 2 blocks away from a hockey rink. How many times have you seen the Zamboni driving down
0.
124th?
Zamboni.com, though, so you know it's reliable. Frank Zamboni didn't
Yeah,
put
but
in all
if you're
that
in
work.
Wisconsin or something, there might be more.
Definitely.
One Zamboni for a couple of rinks, and you would have to go to the next rink.
No, each rink has its own Zamboni,
You don't know that.
especially in
You
Wisconsin.
don't know that.
They're probably expensive.
People
and some
in
of the smaller
Wisconsin,
rinks-
please weigh in. Do hockey rinks share Zambonis?
I'm sure
They
they
might.
do.
They
if
they
they're
don't.
smaller rinks or small hockey clubs.
What if they're
or
really
something.
close together?
Yeah. What if that?
Why
it's
would you
more
have Why would you
common.
have 2 hockey rinks really close together but not in the same building?
Because a lot of people want to play hockey.
Yeah.
What if there wants
But
to be
then you just
tournament,
build. Then
2
you
games
would
at the
just
same
build a
time?
bigger hockey barn.
hockey barn.
The hockey barn.
That sounds like a weird story.
Going on
yeah.
down to the hockey barn.
Where you get your discount hockey goods.
That's right.
Come on down to the
Come on
hockey
down to the
barn.
hockey barn.
Oh God.
No, any place they have, I guess Wisconsin has barns, right? They could have a hockey barn.
They probably have a lot of barns.
Michigan? Does
Canadian
Michigan?
Canadian rednecks play hockey. They love hockey.
Yeah.
Canada has rednecks too.
Canada
Hosers.
know more
They're
about the
called
Zambonis
hosers.
than us. They play hockey up there all
Aren't they
all
called
over the place.
hosers?
I don't know. Yeah, they do. They play a lot more hockey.
National
What if
sport.
some dumb high school kid, just wants to buy a used Zamboni and park it and, drive it to, that's my car.
Considering that they go top speed of 4 miles an hour.
That'd be a slow one. Not if you go downhill. Probably, I'm assuming.
Well, didn't you have somebody at your school that had like a ice cream machine car or an old
God damn, I
Mail
wish.
deli-
That would have
oh.
been awesome.
mail delivery truck or something
That
like
must
that?
have been Carrie.
No, my high school, he had one of those, like the park department has. Not quite the golf cart, but it has an engine. You know what I mean? Like the zoo guys drive around.
Like a
Yeah,
little
but-
gator.
They
Yeah.
had kind of one of those, but it had doors and those plastic windows and everything.
My brother's friend stole a gator from Juanita Beach when he was drunk. He got drunk at the brick house, stole a gator from
Wait,
like the
was-
janitor's shed,
This Chris.
and drove all the way up toward like to Frost, crashed it into like some guy's car in his driveway, and then got all the way like across the street from my parents' house before the cops caught him. Right outside of his neighborhood, the cops got him. So if he had like 2 more minutes, he would have got away.
Well,
with it.
probably if
He could have just parked it in his backyard and no one would have ever
if he
found
hadn't
him.
have run into a car and somebody probably heard that.
Yeah, it was like 3 a.m. I guess the guy just saw him hit his car though. It's like what?
Well,
the?
they don't go very fast, so there's another thing. He had to see
Yeah.
the car coming.
I'm
maybe.
surprised he got so far before anyone.
That is
Even if it's 3 a.m, if it's the weekend, you went all the way from Juanita Beach all
Well,
up
then-
to like Frost before anyone
Well,
said
didn't
anything.
somebody just steal? Oh, it was a couple of weeks ago. The guy was on an arson call. There was a big house fire, and they stole the police chief's car
Like from in front of the
from
house
in front
fire?
of the fire.
Damn.
And the
that is-
police chief's like, "That's really cool. There's houses
That's
on
pretty
fire."
cool.
He's got to say, I'm not even mad. I'm just impressed.
Man, that is crazy. That guy's got some balls, or girl,
Because usually,
or
especially a big
girl.
house fire, there's got to be a lot of people around. He just hops in the car and like
Maybe that's the perfect time. Everyone's looking at the fire.
to steal a car.
Yeah,
What's
well,
his
maybe
keys
not
doing
the
in there?
police chief's car. But
Why were his keys in there?
yeah, that's not a very good police chief.
I mean, don't they have those push button cars probably now? I mean,
Good
it's
point.
2019.
What are the odds that the cop car actually uses keys?
Yeah.
Or he probably just left it running and left his keys in the key fob in the cup holder.
Well, okay, then that's on him. Then he deserved to get it stolen.
Yeah, don't leave it running. What, are you going to need to make a quick getaway from the house
From the
fire?
house
You didn't do it. I think you're going to be all right.
It was the police chief, though. At least, if it was one of those firefighters, they'd have probably got their ass chewed, right?
Yeah.
But the police chief is like,
Well, you're the
geez,
chief.
that's a really low blow.
You're the chief. Who's going to yell at you? You do the yelling.
So what do you think of the table?
It's a pretty nice
It's a nice table. I was thinking about what you could do. I don't know. I don't think you could sand it.
No, I don't think you could sand it either. I wouldn't try.
Would you need to? It seems nice enough.
But it's not flat. I mean, it doesn't
I think
need to be. You're not eating on it.
The only
so-
way to flatten it would just be to put a piece of glass on it, I think. But that would make it even heavier than it is.
Yeah.
That's true. That's true. But you're not eating on it, so it probably doesn't really. I bet.
Except for Dairy Queen.
But if you put your Coke or something there, it might fall
Yeah,
off
we
this.
had our beer. It was doing all right.
Might fall off this little ridge.
No.
Well, you don't have it on the little ridge.
I
yeah.
didn't.
Oh, this.
Oh, it falls all the way off the little ridge.
That's the only thing that could probably be dangerous. But I think it's fine enough for what it is. It's
It's perfect.
that guy did not want to pick it up and put it in your truck.
It's heavy.
He goes, "So you guys got it from here?"
No.
Like, hello, I'm 64 years old. Yeah, never mind. I'll hoist it up
That
in
heavy? Just solid wood.
there. Yes.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Try to lift it up. That.
And look at the legs. They're freaking 4x4s.
boy. Yeah.
And there's 5 of them, and that's acacia. That's the acacia part. It's heavy.
Well, it's a good sturdy table though.
It's a good
Yeah.
sturdy.
Big.
You could stand on it and
Yeah.
do a little jig or whatever.
If we ever have to do that, if that's what it comes to.
Well, Mike,
That's what it has to happen, Nate. You have to do a little jig on the table. That's your mother says.
I don't think
Do an Irish jig.
Nate can dance. Can you? No.
No. No one in the room. Unless you can. Nope. Well, there we go.
Well,
You got your dancing skills from your mother.
I can chair dance.
What the hell is that? Oh.
Yeah. That's chair dancing. I guess that works.
Like that.
Nate does not approve.
What are you gonna do at a bar mitzvah or a wedding?
I thought you meant the
Yeah.
chair dance. Like
What
that.
are you
Oh.
gonna do at a bar mitzvah? Do you think you're ever gonna find yourself at a bar mitzvah?
Maybe someday, but I don't.
Yeah.
I
What
don't-
about your nieces and nephews?
They're not Jewish.
Oh shit, huh?
I don't know.
Oh, goddamn.
Disappointing, isn't it?
Cassidy might want to be there. She
Ca-
thinks she's Jewish.
Cassidy might want
She
to be
thinks
Jewish.
she's Jewish.
Well, I think she embraces.
Yeah,
Yeah,
shit,
she
she-
makes latkes and stuff like
She
that.
can be if she wants to. Why not?
Her favorite holiday is Passover. It's
Let
like,
her be Jewish. Big deal.
if she wants to be, right?
Sure. I think somebody said to me one day, they're just like you. You
Carl's not Jewish.
can't. No,
Carl seems Jewish.
No.
no. He wears that bow tie. He's a Muslim.
Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot.
Carl Rahim Muhammad Ali.
No.
But no, somebody said to me the other day, like, you can't just walk up and say you're Jewish. I'm like, you kind of can though.
Hey, I'm Jewish.
There's more to it than that. I was like, I mean, you really could just show up one day and be like, yeah, I'm a Jew as well.
Yeah.
No one's gonna
well,
question you. Yeah, I don't
No.
think so.
Prove it.
Yeah, not
So, no,
buying
some
it.
people will ask you to prove it.
Like who?
It depends.
Did
I
you
think
say-
I think for birthright you have to prove.
Oh, yeah, you do.
You have to prove your lineage.
yeah, you do. But I mean,
Alex did that, right?
Yeah, and Mo did it too.
You
Really? Well, how
you
did that
missed
happen?
Out.
how did that happen?
How did what happen?
Because yeah, I guess you can be a convert.
Yeah, Judy officially converted.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, but you can be a convert for birthright. It's just you can't be like Hasidic. or
Really?
anything. No, unless your mother is Jewish, you're not Jewish according to the Orthodox. You're not.
Seems fair. You got to be a Jew to go to Israel,
Sure.
and you didn't.
Nope.
He tried, but it was like,
Well, it
Too
just
I've got 2
or-
months. I've got 3.5 weeks off. Can I? And the last time he was going to go, went to the Giants. But
it just never timed out with
Yeah.
my schedule because they really they run it for college students, so they only run it twice a year.
yeah,
And I've always had shit going on either in the winter or
And then it's
summer.
just you have certain things you choose
'Cause
to
I-
do
'cause
while
I-
you're there.
Well,
or
because I have a
what is it?
goddamn
No.
job.
no,
Do you just
They-
show up and you're just loose?
They
or-
no, they
No.
lead you on a very strict
Yeah.
guided tour, but you can do your own thing after that. Like that's what I would want to do if I did go. Is I'd
thing and
I'd
then-
play along with your guided tour for a week and then I'd go do my own thing.
Yeah.
Because I don't need to be told like, all right, everybody's got to be in bed by 10. It's like,
Well, They don't do stuff like that. I think they pair you up with Israeli people for Shabbat, and then I think you have to do some sort of community service.
I don't know.
or-
I don't want to.
Alex
I don't
is
want to
saying
do
it
any of
was
that.
pretty all right, but he's kind of a weird dude. so-
Alex is a weird dude.
Well,
He
moved-
fell asleep at the Mariners game the last time I saw him. So we got so drunk beforehand.
Didn't he move to California?
He was here for a little bit when Stu was here. Him and Stu and Mo, I think, all visited. the same
Donovan's
time.
going to be up here like next week or a couple.
He
a few weeks from now?
Yeah, he invited me on Facebook to,
barbecue.
something, but that's going to be on the 8th. I think that's when we're coming back from the cabin. But I guess
Huh.
now that I'm not going to have a job, we can come back whenever we want. I just want to be there for the 4th. And we're going to go on the 4th.
Where you stop? So have you? Speaking of the 4th, you've seen all these commercials now that the Muckleshoots or I think it was whoever, doesn't matter. The Muckleshoots or the Snoqualmie are saying, "Come on up for a grand fireworks display and bring your family. And after the fireworks, you can buy all your fireworks for your home display. All right, on the reservation." And I'm thinking, okay, now that it's on TV, there's the state police.
Yeah.
As soon as you get off, said, okay, now
Yeah,
we got.
let's see all those fireworks.
You're allowed to have fireworks, right?
Hey, I don't plan on
No,
lighting
I don't
these,
think.
officer.
No, you can't take
I
them
just
off the
wanna smell
reservation.
'em.
Really?
No, you cannot take them off the reservation.
Wow.
That's lame.
The
Fireworks
safe and
used to be
sane ones you
fun.
can, but not the
I
not the
mean,
reservation
people-
I mean,
fireworks.
I
It
guess
doesn't stop anyone.
The problem with all the forest fires lately, they probably
Yeah.
gotta do
Yeah,
something.
but people still light off fireworks all the time. Every single year, I hear them.
I know.
So
Well, sure they do,
they still do it.
but
But I
that was-
remember when we were kids, people were lighting, especially in my neighborhood, we would always light fireworks off
You
right
let
in
off
front of the
fireworks
house.
right in the
we have the
cul-de-sac.
cul-de-sac. Yeah, huge thing.
Every
I
house
remember
would
the
be
police
doing it.
coming once.
Yeah.
They came a couple times when we were when I was in high school. I think.
Well, that was probably Jewel, though, calling the cops, I'm sure. Because the year her and Harold were out there, she didn't call the cops. But after that, I think she did.
Of course.
And how stupid. I remember being at the Lynette's and you and Donovan and Alex, they have those Roman candle fights.
Oh, yeah,
Wizard
we were doing
duels.
that.
I was having a wizard duel with him, and he shot me right in the stomach, and it burned a hole
Oh, I'm
through
sure.
my sweatshirt.
I'm sure it would have.
It was
That
so
is
cool.
He got me right in the back.
Yeah.
That is so dangerous.
I only got hit once.
What do you mean it's dangerous?
They're easy to dodge, except for the
They're-
one that got
and
me.
if
in the
they hit
stomach.
you, they just kind of they just bounce off you.
Except for that one that hit me perfectly like,
crackled.
in my heart, then I was really good at dodging them.
What if it hit you in the face?
I
And it
wouldn't
just
let
burn
that
a hole in your
happen.
face.
Because the face I can move back and forth, but the body one, it kind of curved and got me. I think I would have been fine. Yeah, it's all good. It would have burned a little if he hit me in the face, I guess.
That's why idiots can't have fireworks.
It was
That's why
fun,
there's
though.
no
It's a lot of
fireworks.
fun. You should try it.
We call them wizard duels.
I saw a video of someone holding the Roman candle out like that, ready to shoot.
It was
and
going
then
the other way.
No, and I seen that too, where he was holding it the wrong way and it shot him right in the wiener or whatever. But the other one I saw was a guy holding it, and his dog came up and grabbed it out of his hand like his dog thought he had a stick or something. So it was already lit, and the dog was running around, and then it started shooting out the side, and the dog was like spooked by it, but kept just running and wouldn't let go of it, and everyone was really scared. It was awesome.
It ran it like into the woods or something.
Yeah.
No, that's not funny.
Oh, it was awesome.
That's not funny.
It would be scary to be around it, but it was
Yeah,
fun.
that's what I think.
Yeah, the dog,
ridiculous.
probably had fun. He didn't know what was going on, but it was fun.
Probably, yeah.
No one
dog
got
would-
hurt, probably. I didn't see the end of the video.
I always like the probablys.
Yeah.
Dog probably enjoyed it, and he probably had fun, and
That's what I
probably
deducted
nobody
from
got
the
hurt.
video.
Probably.
Everyone was probably fine.
Yeah.
I didn't see the end of the video, but probably it was okay.
As far as I could tell, everyone was probably okay.
So, are you going to the Whiskey Rocks thing again with your dad?
No, that thing, I didn't really like it.
this year.
Yeah, I
Oh,
didn't
well-
like it when we went.
No,
Wasn't that great? They only give you like what
No.
was it, 0.25?
Was
of
that
the-
Whiskey Rocks you went with your dad? I thought
No.
it was like,
No,
what was
no,
the
that
one
was
down in
the-
Redmond?
We went
the
to Whiskey
Marymore
Rocks.
one.
Oh, yeah,
that's
the
just
Marymore.
the Brew Fest.
Oh, the Brew Fest.
My dad went this year, but I didn't go.
Because you're not going with him anymore?
He just wanted to do it on Friday,
Oh.
and I was working, so I didn't really want to go straight from work to Marymore.
I remember the
And I had
time.
went the past couple years.
I remember the time you went with him. You were really pissed off because he was trashed. You got yeah, he was just trash.
I went 2 days. That one year I went 2 days in a row because we went for your birthday, and then
Oh,
I went for Father's Day the next day.
That's the time that he got really drunk. Or
Or I think
something.
I
You're
was
like,
also hungover probably
Yeah.
from going. To the day
and I just
before.
remember he was like pissed off, all pissed off. It's like, well, we weren't even there that long. My dad's all drunk.
Yeah, sounds about right. But it's fun. I think last year I went was cool because Max had a friend that worked at Postdoc Brewing, so we got a bunch of free beer from them. Because they give you, I think, like 10 tokens, but you can just walk up and they have little bags you're supposed to put them in. You just hit
Oh, yeah.
tap the bag and they'll think you put one in there. So I get steal beer from everyone else, get free beer from Postdoc, and eat a bunch of beer nuts that are everywhere. And free samples of beef jerky and peanuts and stuff.
Oh, I stole your
Deep-fried
I stole your
peanuts.
footstool.
Oh,
I just remember the deep fried peanuts that were
Deep
there.
fried peanuts are really
So
good.
good. You eat them with shell and all.
Yeah.
oh
So
no, they
good.
have them at Safeco.
Yeah, yeah.
They're so
Or
good.
T-Mobile.
Yeah.
Ugh, T-Mobile, Safeco.
It's not their fault.
It is.
It's Safeco's fault.
Way to go, Safeco.
Gee.
Are they even a company anymore?
I don't think so. They got bought up by another insurance
Cement-
company.
That sucks.
No. They originally owned Symetra, and they canceled the life insurance part. Well, it wasn't Symetra. They canceled their life insurance, and they went off and formed Symetra, and now they're Safeco over there with no stadium, nothing.
Though I don't mind the name change, I guess. I just really don't like that they took down the sign and the clock. out in left field above the bleachers. And now it just says boring and it just says T-Mobile Park in block letters. They should have, if
The
they
clock's
wanted,
back.
you could have took away Safeco, but you should have left it like the same font. I feel like
The font
the
that's
sign
out
was
there
just
is
kind
weird.
of iconic. It was.
The font.
You
The,
could just instead of say Safeco, say T-Mobile, but in the same font or whatever. Don't make it pink. It doesn't need to be pink. Is the night game? Is the whole stadium like lit up
No.
pink outside?
outside it is, yeah. Not
But
inside. You don't notice
see
it.
anything.
No,
Okay.
no.
Because I've only been to I think one game this year, and I got too drunk by the end of it to remember if the park was glowing or not.
How do you get drunk at a baseball
Well,
game?
that one was your daughter's fault because
She
her and
brought
Carl
she
snuck
brought
in a
us she
sandwich
brought us
bag full
whiskey
of
in a bag.
rum.
Oh, I remember
She
that.
brought us a sandwich
Yeah.
bag full of
And
whiskey.
we also were drunk from before.
Yeah.
Because
So normally the beer I'm allowed. I'm kind of chill. I can
well,
get
yeah.
throughout the game and I sober up by the end. But 'cause
how
I'm
many
too cheap to buy a
Ex-
beer in the game.
Exactly. So
But
that's what I'm
since they
saying.
snuck in a
much
sandwich bags full of whiskey,
how much money you got to spend to get drunk at a ball game?
See, that's what
why I
happened
drank
is
like
because
3 beers before the
because
game.
I walked in there thinking I can't spend any money on alcohol
Right.
at this game. I can't, which turned into I need to get as drunk as I can without spending any money.
It worked.
I need to drink as much as possible without spending any money. That's somehow the message got convoluted.
Well, I know where that you could get $5 beers there, but
I know
But
that.
an hour and a half before the game,
anywhere.
Mm.
But
Yeah,
they're
no,
all
it's
yeah.
yeah,
But
just
they're all
12
domestic.
just
12
ounce, yeah.
ounces domestic.
Well, we could get did they switch it? Because last year you could get like Super Fuzz. and
No,
stuff.
they had. I don't know. I saw they had, Rainier, Coors, Miller. Those type of domestics. It.
Of course they
That's what I
changed
saw.
it. Why would you change it?
You can get the other beers, before first pitch.
Oh yeah, up in Edgar's or whatever.
They do. They used
Pen.
to just be. Yeah, but it's also down at the outside corner too.
Oh, nice.
The bar up there too.
I don't even really remember going to the game this year. What did we do before? Oh no, we just went to Elysian and then went to the game. Nothing exciting.
it's 10 o'clock.
I know. I have to go to bed.
It's 10 o'clock?
I think
I guess I can't really see.
I think I
outside.
have to do some kind of work tomorrow.
I think you do too. You told me you did,
What do you have to do?
Pictures?
Oh.
but it couldn't be. Well, it could be early.
Not
No,
super early.
it won't be super early because I can
Noon or
I
something?
can roll in there right when the game's starting. And just
Oh, how did that work the other day when you didn't show up till 5:30?
Oh, beautifully because I was set up before any of the parents got there,
Nice.
and
That's
then
all that matters.
yeah,
Just don't get yelled at by the parents.
Wasn't the parent? It was the umpire.
yeah.
Oh yeah, that's right.
I told
you
you
were
that-
telling
I
me
told
about
you
that. Got to keep everyone safe.
Just some
Step back. You might catch a ball off that bat, and it will be going like 14. Is it 7-year-olds t-ball or is it coach pitch? What?
this was
Majors.
major softball,
Oh well.
but I wasn't in the infield.
Yeah. I don't know.
Well, but you're
those
I think
people
it's-
always seem to take it so seriously.
Oh, I know.
Like, little league
I know.
umpires and stuff. Like
my daughter.
that one little league umpire I had. I can't remember. The guy upstairs. Yeah.
He never took it seriously
No,
enough. That
he-
was his problem. is that he was never serious.
I don't. He's the only one I remember being an ump. But I think
taking
it's just
himself-
because it's my friend's dad, so I remember.
Taking himself too
'Cause I can't
seriously
remember
was never
any
his
of the
issue.
other umps that
Who
we
was
had.
that other umpire? The kid. His dad was like 100 years old. He lived up there by Mo.
It was one of Alex's friends.
Yeah.
Tony.
Oh, Tony.
Yeah.
Tony Mandeville.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wasn't his
He was
dad
on
like?
he was on one of my teams.
Yeah, wasn't his dad was an umpire?
Oh
and
my
he was
God.
like
I don't
100
really
years
remember.
old. And I remember he'd just be like,
Tony Mandeville makes songs on YouTube.
He does. Good for him.
okay.
Go for it, Tony. Follow your dreams.
You've got to hear him.
So when are we? That's
I
where,
admire his
That's where you
confidence.
should do another show. down at Juanita Pub.
So I can meet all the people I didn't like in high school.
Oh boy. Interview all of them.
Hey, remember? Hey, douchebag, remember?
Yeah.
Who's the douchebag? For who put super glue in all the lockers?
Not all the lockers, just Mo's locker.
That's fun.
It's because he took himself too seriously.
And then you wore his jacket.
His blazer.
Or his
Blaze-
ASB
Oh,
blazer.
you better
ASB.
watch
His-
out.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember.
Didn't he report you to the principal or something? Or-
Probably.
Yeah, but we handed it off throughout the day, so they couldn't catch us. We only, I had it. Micah had it for 2 periods. Colton had it for 2 periods. I had it for 2 periods.
I remember that showing up to school on Friday or whatever, and Mo and Donnie would be out there in their blazers. Oh, hey, well, welcome to school. Fuck off, Mo. I'm tired. I don't want to be here. Leave me alone. Get out of my face, Donnie.
Big fake smile.
Yeah.
Welcome to school.
Yeah. Welcome to school. Get out of here.
Well, you weren't in Futures, were you?
I was.
Were you? Nate was dogging Futures.
What?
Nate, you were dogging Futures.
Well, because Sam had no business being in Futures. Sam would have been just fine in regular classes.
He says the Futures kids don't even have to take backpacks.
They didn't.
There's nothing to do.
I
I
said
took a backpack.
that's what I said. Well, Stuart didn't. Stuart did not bring a backpack to school his whole senior year.
Yeah, I think I did stop after a while. He didn't really need it.
Because
You got a pen or a pencil, you're good.
they didn't give you homework.
Yeah. If anything, I just had it to carry, like, my PE stuff. Because I didn't want to be one of the smelly kids. Except for, I did have a Chris Carter jersey that I got from Value Village that was, like, child's XL size, so it fit me like a t-shirt. And I wore that for my... Because normally they gave you a PE t-shirt, right? Or something?
Yeah.
Well, at Juanita they didn't. I
know, that
remember
was
at
Kamaikan,
At
you're right.
Kamaikan,
Yeah.
it was like a big deal if you
So I
didn't
started
suit
just
up.
wearing
Yeah.
that Chris Carter jersey
at-
every day in
yeah.
Juanita, and I just never washed it, and it smelled
Yeah,
really
at
bad.
Juanita they didn't have PE shirts you had to wear. Just any old.
I don't think I
Sure
did
it'll
in
do.
maybe I did in high school. I remember in junior high, yeah, we had definitely had a uniform.
Everyone just smelled so bad in junior high because no one would ever take their shirts home to wash them.
Right.
And if you did take, a lot of times I would take it home to wash
And then
it.
that's when you forgot it at home, and
No,
that when you'd
I would
get
just-
marked
Left it in the
down.
backpack.
It'd be all sweaty as shit, put it in my backpack to take home to wash it, forget to wash it. And then tomorrow or the next day, go to grab it. Oh, it's not in my locker? Oh, it's because it's all musty still in my backpack. Ugh.
Well,
Children are gross, so.
between that and school lunch,
I wasn't
had to
concerned about
ruin your
doing
day.
homework or laundry, so that's why that didn't work out.
Well, you don't have to do laundry now. Nate says you have like 600 T-shirts.
I do have a lot of t-shirts.
60 pairs of shoes.
Maybe something like that. Maybe. Now you're probably more right the first time.
I said 40.
If I'm serious. I have a lot
I
of
probably
shoes.
have. I probably have that many.
But first of all, you're a woman, and second of all, you're 65. You've had a whole lifetime to acquire 40 shoes.
No, but I probably have like 30 pairs of Adidas.
Boom.
30 pairs of Adidas.
She likes Adidas.
Do you
man.
just get them at Costco?
No. Best place if you go to Portland, and I got those nice Adidas for like $26.
At the
At
Adidas
the-
store or
yep.
something?
But then
Good
you're
deals in
you're
Oregon.
you're in Oregon, so you got no tax, and I don't know why it was cheaper there than it was in Seattle. It
Because
was like,
everything's,
like the-
everything's cheaper not in Seattle.
It's like the Adidas like employee store or factory store down there or something. Same with the Nike one.
yeah, it's just it was like $26. I was like, well, yeah, I
Might
don't
as
need
well.
them, but
Even if you're not going to wear them, just buy them and leave them in your closet.
no, I wear them all. I wear them all. Do you wear all your shoes?
Mostly.
No, I wear.
There's a couple that I...
There's a couple that I only wear rarely, but yeah.
Yep, exactly.
But yeah, I wear them all.
Good.
Okay, I'm going home.
I'm
You're going
to bed,
home? Oh, yeah, you don't live here.
I don't live here.
as your
Okay,
brother
then.
says all the time.
Well, I don't know why that's a diss on me. That's a diss on him. That I don't live here and he does. That is,
Yeah, that's a good point.
and that's how he doesn't even live here. It's like he's almost 30. He shouldn't. That's like Kale the snail.
I'm sexually active
Mom, I'm
now.
sexually active now. You're 35. You're supposed to be sexually active.
Yeah. I can't wait for that next season to come out. I just seen a thing that there's a contest to be featured,
an extra?
Featured extra.
Hmm. Show up in LA and
You get to like hang out and drink with the cast. So let's enter. But only one of us gets to win.
Like-
You can't win because you already look too much like Charlie, so you don't get to be on the show.
Okay.
Unless you're playing some Uncle Jack's kid or something.
Don't look at my hands. Don't look at them. That show's been on the air long enough. You can start watching it.
What?
It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia.
Oh, I've watched it.
Oh, it's so funny.
No, it's not. And any show that he says, "Oh my God, you got to watch this. It's hilarious." I hate it.
It is though. It's
Trailer
so
Park
funny.
Boys.
You
it's
love
not funny.
you love Trailer Park
I don't. I
Boys.
just love the shit that the shit guy says.
The
Cause
shit guy.
well,
we
because
know.
I say that.
You trying to do
I
it
said,
like I
this
got
place-
mine?
I'm just trying to get it out of the way.
This place looks like a shit box.
Yeah. Okay.
Go home. I'm sure you have to work tomorrow.
I guess that wraps up the first day of podcasting, huh?
I guess it does. I guess it does.
You're sitting with your back to the camera, like a real. You got real stage presence, huh?
It's off now.
It's not off.
Oh,
You've been
sorry.
sitting with your back to the camera for the last half hour.
You know, that's what
have conversation.
I am. This is conversational. That's what the
Well, it has to be stage conversational. It's not, you know.
You got it angled more at you.
because he's the most important person on the camera.
I'm gonna angle it.
Look at him. Look at him. Look at him.
Look at Sam sitting right in the middle of the goddamn screen.
Oh.
Look-
yeah.
Yeah, oh yeah, I guess.
I guess I kind of am. Whatever, man. You don't know.
Turn it off.